5 seconds before the door is sealed,
They come every night.
and they watch us.
The movie begins with a man running frantically through a forest in the west of Ireland. He crosses a point of no return and realizes he's trapped when he finds himself back at the same spot, with 7 hours inexplicably lost. As a flock of birds passes overhead, he tries to climb a tree, but a branch breaks, causing him to fall and get injured. Soon after, a creature emerges from the fog, and before he can react, it drags him away into the darkness. We then shift to Mina, an American immigrant working at a pet shop in Galway, Ireland. Her boss assigns her the task of delivering a golden conure parrot to a zoo in Belfast. As she prepares for the journey, she brings the parrot home for the night and reflects on her mother, who died 15 years ago. The next day, Mina sets out on her trip but receives a concerned voice message from her estranged twin sister, Lucy, who tells her that their mom's memorial ceremony was beautiful. While driving through a dense forest, Mina's phone malfunctions and her car suddenly stops working. As she steps out to check, the parrot unexpectedly says, "Try not to die." Puzzled, Mina spots a sign in the distance that reads, "No point of return." She decides to walk for help, but soon realizes that her car has vanished. Confused and scared, she names the parrot Darwin and starts navigating the eerie forest. Suddenly, a flock of bats flies towards her, and the ground begins to rumble. Mina hears a terrifying screech and encounters an old woman, Meline, who urges her to run for her life. They escape into a bunker, where Mina meets 2 others, Chiara and Daniel, who are also lost in the forest. Meline explains that they are in a place called the Coopy, where creatures known as Watchers observe them every night from sunset until sunrise.
They come every night.
And they watch us.
She warns Mina about the rules they must follow. Never turn your back to the mirror, do not open the door after dark, and always stay in the light. The Watchers, she says, cannot enter the coop but will study them from outside. Despite the warnings, Mina's curiosity leads her to explore a burrow in the forest, where she finds old items like a newspaper from 1982 and a video camera. When she returns to the coopy, the Watchers become more aggressive, attempting to break in. Meline, sensing that Mina has broken the rules, presses her to confess. Mina admits her actions, and the group watches in terror as the Watchers thump on the windows, trying to get inside. The next day, they discover a hidden basement under the coop, filled with supplies and a video diary left by Professor Rory Kimlin. The diary reveals that Rory studied the Watchers, who are possibly an ancient species akin to fairies. These creatures can replicate humans and might have been involved in a war with humans, leading to their imprisonment underground. Rory's experiments on the Watchers were gruesome, and he warns that the forest is a dangerous place where reality and hallucination blur. Determined to escape, Mina, Meline, Chiara, and Daniel set out to find a way out of the forest. Meline warns them that the forest will try to trap them by distorting reality. As they follow Darwin, now free, towards the river, Daniel hears Joan's voice calling for help. Ignoring the warnings, he tries to rescue John, but it turns out to be a Watcher in disguise, which kills him. Mina and Chiara manage to reach the boat, but as they leave, they realize that Meline, who stayed behind, might not be who she seems. Back in the city, Mina visits Rory's office at the university and uncovers that Meline was Rory's wife, who died years ago from cancer. Mina begins to suspect that Meline is a Watcher who has somehow replicated Rory's wife. As she confronts Meline, the Watcher reveals her true nature, intending to take over Mina's life. In the final confrontation, Mina suggests that Meline might be part human, capable of experiencing emotions like jealousy and love. Meline, touched by this idea, regains her wings and flies out of the window, leaving Mina behind. The next day, Lucy visits Mina, who recounts her experiences. Although Mina has escaped, she feels that Meline might still be watching her, lingering in different forms, leaving the story with an unsettling conclusion.